homecoming game between the visiting Burlington SeaWolves and your BFA Bobwhites. Please remember there's no smoking anywhere at school grounds. All spectators are asked to stay in the bleachers or behind track surface. Ladies and gentlemen, we encourage your display of good sportsmanship during this high school athletic contest. We require participants and spectators to behave in a respectful manner. Under no circumstances should any student athlete, official, coach, or spectator be subject to behavior and/or language that to demean, disrespect, or harm. If this behavior is observed, please report it to the site administrator. Any individual unable to model sportsmanship will be requested to leave our activities. Thank you for everyone's help in ensuring the highest level of respect and safety for all. The officials for tonight's game: Lawrence Backhand, Paul Trono, Robert Cade, Stephen Fontaine, and Rob Sinkowitz. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Burlington South Burlington SeaWolves over on their sidelines. Just another special reminder, BFA Alumni Association is a booth by the entrance where you can support the Alumni Scholarship with your purchase of green and gold beads and glow necklaces. 5 BFA seniors received $1,100 each in scholarship money and awards. We thank you very much to BFA Alumni Association.
I can go back to you, Brian.
As a great reminder for homecoming, we have fireworks at halftime. A reminder that the concession stands are closed.
Ready when you are.
During the fireworks.
Ready whenever you are.
We are live. Audio was
Live from the Collins Pearly Sports Center, you're watching BFA Bobwhite football. Good evening, everyone. Tate Brooks on hand as the BFA Bobwhites have homecoming this evening. They host the South Burlington SeaWolves. Important game for both squads here this evening. The Bobwhites trying to end a 3-game losing streak, come into this evening's game 1-3 overall. The SeaWolves, well, they're still looking for their first win of the season. They're 0-4. So in Division I football, in Vermont high school football, the top 8 teams make the playoffs. And currently the Bobwhites sit in that 8th and final spot. So the SeaWolves still have an opportunity. This would be a critical win for them to, frankly, leapfrog BFA. That would push BFA out of the playoff mix. We're halfway through the season. Play 8 regular season games in Vermont high school football. And so 4 games are behind us. It's kind of a hodgepodge throughout Division I football where most games have been pretty competitive, although maybe games versus Burton not so. We've got the SeaWolves on the far sideline. BFA still in their locker room. We expect them to be coming out momentarily. We expect the Bobwhites to be wearing their traditional all-gold uniforms. Many people refer to them as the banana uniforms. That's a tradition head coach for BFA, Jeff Murray, started during his tenure many years ago. So you'll be seeing gold jerseys with gold pants. Beautiful evening here in St. Albans. It's about 55 degrees, definitely fall, autumn weather on the way. You can look around, you can see the trees beginning to turn colors. Things will certainly even be more beautiful in a couple of weeks. This broadcast is made possible with the help of our community partners, Northwest Rehabilitation, Handy Toyota, Novus Glass, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness. If you'd like to help support Northwest Access TV's coverage of live high school sports, have your business reach out to the staff at 802-782-8676. They cover more than 100 games during the school year, and your logo could be seen by all of Franklin County and Vermont. You'll see on your screen here a rather large American flag being held up by the St. Albans Town Fire Department with their ladder truck. BFA Bobwhite cheerleading squad lined up to greet the BFA Bobwhite football team for their entrance for homecoming here at the Collins Pearly. And there you go.
Welcome your BFA Bobwhites!
So game time about 6, maybe 5 minutes away. As you see the Bobwhites take to their sideline. Again, gold jerseys, gold pants, gold helmets, green numbers, which I can tell you from a broadcasting standpoint with yellow jerseys and green numbers makes it much easier to read and call a game. Burlington, South Burlington will be wearing away white uniforms with kind of a baby blue color for their numbers. I'll be flying solo here this evening, so we'll try my best to zero in on the proper numbers here out on the field. So again, the Bobwhites come into tonight's game 1-3 overall, trying to stop a 3-game losing streak. Heading out for the Bobwhites, their captains, number 55, James Harrison, number 12, Leon Wood, and number 56, Michael McNall. They meet right at the 50-yard line. Tremendous crowd here on hand at the Collins Pearly, as one would expect for homecoming. Should note at halftime, don't run away or go too far. We'll have the nice firework presentation for you at halftime.
Taking Josh, on Josh, you go.
All right, South Burlington won the coin toss. They have declined and will defer to the second half. The Bobwhites will receive, so BFA will be going from right to left on your screen at home. Kickoff a couple of minutes away as we get ready here for the national anthem at the Collins Pearly. Again, couldn't ask for a better evening here in northern Vermont.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem?
Brian, if you want to back up a little bit, get a shot of the crowd and the cheerleaders. Or not.
Because he's just moving around. You gotta get us.
Documents too. Taking 2.
Welcome back, everyone, here. Tate Brooks at the Collins Pearly Sports Center as the BFA Bobwhites have homecoming this evening, hosting the Burlington, South Burlington SeaWolves. Bobwhites will be set to receive here as we start things off. Again, BFA will be going from right to left on your screen. Bobwhites suffering a couple of challenging losses the last few weeks. A very competitive game with Essex last week here at home. 2-point game at halftime, but Essex really turned it up a notch in the second half and pulled away against BFA. And then the week before, down in Middlebury, another good game, and a touchdown by Middlebury in the fourth quarter, the difference. And the Tigers coming away with that 7-point win 2 weeks ago. Bobwhites' lone win coming in week 1, the home opener here, and a blowout win over Mount Mansfield. Head coach Jeff Murray and his head coaching staff will look to get things turned around here this evening. Both teams now out on the field. The Bobwhite kickoff return team. Back deep for BFA looks to be Parker Dodlin and Landon Underwood. Those are your two deep return men. Kicking for the SeaWolves will be Parker Bandits, and it's a little short kick over on the far side of the field. Hops at the 30-yard line. Ball is loose, but scooped up by BFA. An alert play there. Looked to be Underwood, who fielded that short ball. He had been 20 yards back. So decent starting field position here for the Bobwhites this evening. They'll officially mark it at the Bobwhite 31-yard line.
They go from 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line.
So the SeaWolves looking for their first win. They were in a tough one last week against Colchester. Deegan Rathburn splits out wide here to the near side. Two receivers set here to the near side. Two receivers set to the top. Motion in the backfield, and it's going to be a handoff here to the near side. That looks to be Underwood, who's tripped up. Excuse me, that's not Underwood. That is Dodlin. Minimal gain, call it a pickup of 1 for Dodlin. Bobwhites will re-huddle, led by quarterback Seneca DeRocher. DeRocher, a junior here for the Bobwhites. Rathburn splits out wide to the far side of the field. Two receiver set. Now shotgun formation here for DeRocher. He takes a snap, hands off here to the near. Kept his own on the fake handoff and taking to the outside, and nowhere to run for DeRocher. And he is stacked up for about a 6-yard loss. So they faked the handoff to Wood, but credit to the SeaWolves defense, did not bite on the fake. And now BFA looking at a 3rd and long, call it 3rd and 15 at their own 25-yard line. Bobwhites break the huddle. Two receivers set here to the near side. That's Dodlin lined up in the slot here to the near side. Rathburn split out wide here to the near side. DeRocher takes a snap. Under pressure, looking to step up. Scoots back to his own end zone and fires it out of bounds. Under heavy pressure, so the SeaWolf defense has an impressive first series as the Bobwhites will be forced to punt away, looking at a 4th and 16. Alec LeClaire heads back deep along with Tayson Metz for the SeaWolves. Seneca DeRocher to punt away. Gets the snap, has time. High end over end kick. SeaWolves let it bounce, but it's going to be fielded there by Metz. Metz looking to take it on the outside and is wrapped up and pushed down at the BFA 49-yard line. So great starting field position for the SeaWolves. Chad Wolf, the head coach for Burlington South Burlington, certainly has to be happy with where his offense is going to be starting their first drive of the game here. SeaWolves will be led by quarterback Nick Kelly. Kelly, a junior. Hunter Johnson splits out wide here to the near side. 4 receivers set as the SeaWolves look to spread things out. Motion to the backfield, and Kelly will hand off straight ahead. That's Sam Paris on the Karras. Credit Paris for 5 on the play, sets up a 2nd and 5. Nose of the football down around the BFA 45-yard line. Ty Larson splits out wide here near side. No huddle offense, and a handoff again to Paris in the backfield. He finds a little bit of a lane, turns the shoulder up. He's met right around the first down stick mark, and the officials are marking it first down. And here we go against the SeaWolves. No huddle right back up to the line of scrimmage. Motion in the backfield, sets up a 4-man receiving set. Under pressure, Kelly fires it on the outside. Incomplete pass was intended for Miles Goldsmith. With the incompletion, we'll stop the clock at 9:19 remaining here in the first quarter. 0-0 our score. SeaWolves looking at a 2nd and 10, ball spotted at the BFA 40-yard line.
Second down, SeaWolves.
Larson splits out wide to the far side of the field. O'Connor splits out wide here to the near side. Kelly with the snap. And counter handoff here to the near side. And bursting free and running for the first down and more. And he'll take it the distance for a touchdown. Tayshawn Metz for the SeaWolves.
For the SeaWolves.
And Burlington South Burlington takes the early lead. Not the start the BFA faithful were hoping for. Not a seat available here, sitting at the Collins Pearly at this point. People starting to ring around the field. Again, homecoming if you're just tuning in. PAT opportunity here for, now we've got a flag for what, illegal formation possibly for the offense. Parker Banis for the PAT. Left-footed kicker is up. It's long enough, and it is good.
That's a good kick.
Our score with 9:08 remaining here in the first quarter. It's the SeaWolves 7, BFA 0. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone. Tate Brooks on hand at the Collins Pearly Sports Center here this evening, and it's the SeaWolves with an early 7-0 lead over the BFA Bobwhites. Parker Banis to kick away here. Another short kick on the far side, and it's an onside kick, and it's going to be fielded by the SeaWolves. So head coach Chad Wolf goes for an onside kick, skies it over the first row of Bobwhite kick return troops, and the SeaWolves are in business. You're unable to advance an onside kick. You'll get the ball right where you recover it. And in this case, that's a good place for the SeaWolves at the BFA 39-yard line. SeaWolves break the huddle. Ty Larson splits out wide here to the near side. Deshaun Metz lines up in the slot now here in the near side. A little confusion here by the receiving corps for the SeaWolves. Kelly's going to have to hustle, get the play off. Now it's the trips formation here in the near side. There's the snap. Kelly looks, fires it deep downfield on the far sideline. It's a foot race, and it is incomplete. Good coverage downfield by Deegan Rathburn there for BFA. Didn't quite grab the number for the SeaWolves as far as whose Kelly's pass was intended for.
You know what? I'm happy with these even just on camera.
So here we go, 2nd and 10 for the SeaWolves. O'Connor splits out wide here to the near side. Motion in the backfield, high snap, get it down. It's a handoff to Paris. And not a whole lot of running room for Sam Paris there. Call it a pickup of 2, maybe 3. We'll set up a 3rd and 7 here for the SeaWolves. .8:36 remaining here in the first quarter. Again, SeaWolves with a 7-0 lead. Alec Leclerc splits out wide to the far side. Liam O'Connor splits out wide here to the near side. Motion in the backfield. Kelly fires it here as a flag, and they're going to blow that play dead. I think we're going to have an illegal motion or illegal shift here against the SeaWolf offense. Legal procedure against Burlington South Burlington. That'll be a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the ball. They'll move the football back to the BFA 41-yard line. SeaWolves now looking at a 3rd and call it about 12. Alec Leclerc now splits out wide here to the near side. Nick Kelly again, shotgun formation, motion to the backfield, play action pass, a little screen dump over on the far side of the field to the tight end, picks up maybe 6 on the play. That was Miles Goldsmith on the reception for the SeaWolves. So call it 4th and 6 now for Burlington South Burlington. Ball spotted at the Bobwhite 35-yard line. Larson splits out wide here to the near side. And now we've got timeout taken by the SeaWolves to try to avoid a penalty. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. This broadcast is made possible with the help of our community partners, Northwestern Rehabilitation, Handy Toyota, Novus Glass, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness. If you'd like to help support Northwest Access TV's coverage of live high school sports, have your business reach out to the staff at 802-782-8676. They cover more than 100 games during the school year, and your logo could be seen by all of Franklin County and Vermont. Guess the chilly air is getting to my lips as well here. All right, here we go. 4th and call it 6. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Kelly, shotgun formation. There's a snap. Has some time, fires over the middle, and incomplete. Pass intended for his tight end, Miles Goldsmith. And the Bobwhite defense does its job after that onside kick recovery by the SeaWolves. So defensive coordinator Rusty Brandon has to be happy with that sequence. Not so much on the first defensive series. 7:19 remaining here in the first quarter. SeaWolves with a 7-0 lead. Again, homecoming night here at the Collins Pearly for BFA.
Let's hear it for your Bobwhites.
BFA breaks the huddle.
First down, BFA.
Parker Dodlin splits out wide here to the near side. Seneca DeRocher will go up under center. There's a snap, handoff straight ahead to the fullback. I think that was Wood. It's about a 4-yard carry.
4 yards, it'll be second down and 6.
Second and 6 here for BFA. Bobwhites will roll 2 receivers out here to the near side. Landon Underwood and Deegan Rathburn. Now shotgun formation here. And handoff to Wood on the far side. He's met in the backfield and slammed down for a huge loss. That's a loss of 7 on the play. The Bobwhites again looking at a 3rd and long. They're going to give a minimal forward progress, so call it 3rd and 11 for the Bobwhites. Ball now spotted at their own 34-yard line. Rathburn splits out wide here to the near side. 2 receivers set here to the near side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap for DeRocher. Rolls here, rolling, fires it here to the near side, and Rathburn dives, but not able to get to it. Just out of his outstretched arms. Would have had enough for the first down, but instead the Bobwhites will be forced to punt away. Looking at a 4th and 11. Clock stops with 5:52 remaining here in the first quarter. SeaWolves with a 7-0 lead. Tayshawn Metz heads back deep. Metz with the touchdown on the SeaWolves' first offensive series of the game. Here's the snap. Seneca DeRocher gets the kick away. Kind of a line drive kick on the far side. Harrison under chase. And James Harrison will down it at the SeaWolves' 26-yard line. All right, Nick Kelly back into the game here for the SeaWolves. Ty Larson splits out wide here to the near side. Kelly shotgun formation. Motion in the backfield, high snap, but they get it down. Handoff over to Tayshawn Metz, and Metz is wrapped up and taken down for a loss on the play. Number 21, Sawyer Graves on the tackle. Great read there by Shaput Graves, stepping up and dropping Metz for a minimal gain. SeaWolves looking at a 2nd and 8. Kelly takes a snap. Counter over on the far side of the field. That's Jack Kelly on the carry. Excuse me, no, number 25. Johanna DeConnick. So minimal gain for DeConnick, sets up a 3rd and 5. Three receiver set here for the SeaWolves. Kelly, shotgun formation, takes the snap. Back to pass. Kelly fires over the middle, and coming down with the catch is Metz. And Metz will have the first down to the BFA 49, now call it the 50-yard line. Well, they're going to mark him down at the SeaWolf 49-yard line. So a big third down conversion there between Kelly and Metz over the middle. Metz has been the star for the SeaWolves here in the first quarter. Long touchdown run. Now that big third down conversion. LeClaire splits out wide here to the near side. That's Metz on the slot here to the near side. Now we've got the tight end in motion. There's a snap. Kelly rolling out on the far side, bootleg, fires it, hits his man, the tight end upfield for a nice 7-yard pickup. Number 81, Miles Goldsmith, with the reception for the SeaWolves. Going to set up a 2nd and short. Call it 2nd and 2 for Burlington, South Burlington. 3:33 remaining here in the first quarter. Again, SeaWolves with a 7-0 lead. Third time this evening, and we're still in the first quarter, that they've been in Bob White territory. Hunter Johnson splits out wide here to the near side. Motion by Metz. There's a snap. Handoff straight ahead to Paris. Paris looking to turn it upfield, has the first down, and Paris down to the BFA 30-yard line, and a late flag comes in. We'll have to see if that was a potential face mask against BFA, or there was a lineman blocking downfield for the SeaWolves, possible holding call. We also have a flag back at the line of scrimmage. That one's likely against Burlington, South Burlington. Officials, as you can see, are huddled up talking through these two fouls and flags that have been called. Looks like a face mask, at least is one of the calls. Or excuse me, holding against Burlington, South Burlington. Face mask against BFA. Those penalties will offset and we'll redo 2nd down. So Bob White defense would probably take that after that big 12-yard gain. They'll bring the football back to the BFA 42-yard line. 3:18 remaining here in the first quarter. SeaWolves with a 7-0 lead. Ty Larson splits out wide here to the near side. Two receivers to the top of your screen here for the SeaWolves. Kelly, long count, takes a snap, hand off to Paris, and Paris is met in the backfield and driven back. Cody Barrett, the first one in for BFA, as they may have had a stunt on up front, because Barrett came in untouched. I mean, he almost could have walked in and taken the handoff from Kelly. That's how quick Barrett was into the backfield for BFA. So that's about a 3-yard loss, sets up a 3rd and 5 here for Burlington, South Burlington. Larson splits out wide here to the near side. Hunter Johnson, slot man here to the near side. Now they'll roll trips out with their tight end. Shotgun formation for Kelly. He takes a snap, rolls here to the near side, looking downfield. Kyler fires it, and it is caught for the first down. Number 13, Ty Larson, able to stay in bounds, has enough for the first down, and they'll mark him at the BFA 30-yard line. So nice catch as he's able to go down to his knees and pick that one up. And the SeaWolves convert once again on 3rd down. Johnson splits out wide to the far side. We got a 3-receiver set here to the near side for the SeaWolves. Kelly with the snap, takes it down, counter handoff on the far side to Metz, and this time Metz is met in the backfield for no gain. Stepping up, Connor Sterrett for BFA. Nice read by Sterrett on the counter to step in and fill that hole. It's the same play that Metz broke free, countering the other direction on the SeaWolves' first possession and able to take it the distance. So call it 2nd and 12. Ball spotted now at the BFA 32-yard line. Alec Leclerc splits out wide on the far side. 2 receivers set on the near side. Now they got motion by Metz. Handoff straight ahead to Paris, and Paris stood up back at the original line of scrimmage. So call it a pickup of 2, maybe 3, and it's now going to be 3rd and call it 9. So 3rd and 9 here for the SeaWolves. We're at 1:09 remaining here. I don't know why the clock is not moving. That is odd. Clock should be running, but stopped at 1:09. Looking at a 3rd and 9. That was a running play inbounds. 3 receivers set on the top side of the screen. Kelly, long count, takes the snap. Spread the field. Ball is batted in the air, and Kelly catches his own pass. Now he throws it again, and that's going to be caught, but that's going to have to come back. You cannot throw the ball forward twice. You cannot, and the officials are going to talk this over. That's going to be a legal pass. That's going to be an illegal pass against Burlington, South Burlington. There's the flag. The officials kind of late on figuring that one out, but give them credit for talking it over. So that's throwing the pass forward twice, which is not allowed, whether you're playing NFL, college, CFL, or high school. 1 forward pass is all you get. So while Kelly, the quarterback, was able to catch the football, he was able to run it forward. That's fine, but you're not able to give it a second pass forward attempt. So that's a penalty. You'll see him walk off the yardage from where he threw the pass. I should say where he threw the second pass. Illegal pass. That should be a loss of down as well. It is. Similar to intentional grounding. And so we should be looking at a 4th down here, I believe. It's showing 3rd down on the sideline, but showing 3rd and 15, but I think it's 3rd 14 with 54 seconds, or excuse me, 4th and 14, but we'll see. 2 receivers set here on the near side. Kelly back to pass. Wines fires it deep downfield. It's a jump ball on the sideline, and it is incomplete. Good coverage by Rathburn downfield. Now they're saying it's 4th down. I thought it was going to be a loss of down, but apparently not. So now 4th and call it 15. 4th and 15, ball spotted at the Bobwhite 37-yard line. The clock does stop with the incompletion. That go round. 42 seconds remaining here in a long first quarter. We'll see if the SeaWolves punt this away and try to pin the Bobwhites back deep. That's what it looks to be as they take number 20 to Sean Metz. Metz stands at his own 48-yard line. There's Metz, has time, and Metz punt will drop at the BFA 10, and it's going to be down at the BFA, call it 4-yard line. So great punt by Metz. And Burlington, South Burlington head coach Chad Wolf could not have asked for anything more from his punter. So BFA pinned back within their own 5-yard line. Certainly their worst starting field position of the game. This is the 3rd offensive series for the Bobwhites. They have yet to get anything moving here. Still looking for their first down. And just taking a look at ball is officially marked at the 3-yard line. 31 seconds left. Going to take Seneca DeRocher, put him up under center. There's a snap, handoff straight ahead to the fullback. That's Wood. And Liam Wood rumbles ahead for about 5.
Liam Wood on the run. 5 yards could be 2nd down.
So that, at the very least, will give head coach Jeff Murray a little more of his playbook to operate with now that the ball's back, I would say, to the 10-yard line. We've got 10 seconds remaining here in the quarter, and I would expect that head coach Jeff Murray is just going to let this thing wind down on what would be, I would say, from his perspective, a forgettable first quarter. With that, the clock hits triples, zeros. We'll take a quick timeout. Our score at the end of the first quarter, Burlington, South Burlington 7, BFA 0. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back to the Collins Pearly Sports Center. As you can see, a full stadium here this evening for homecoming. Bobwhite's looking at a 2nd and 4, handoff straight ahead, and minimal gain. To see if that was Wood on the carry. Do have one out-of-town score to report. We got Essex with a 7-0 lead on Middlebury. Seneca DeRocher and the Bobwhite offense looking at a 3rd and 4 here, looking to convert on their first 3rd down opportunity of the evening. Football at the BFA 10-yard line. At the very least, they'd like to pick up 1, maybe 2 first downs on this drive. Again, at the very least. Deegan Rathburn splits out wide to the far side of the field. Motion in the backfield, and it's going to be a pitch on that far side. Looking to turn the corner is Dodlin, but no running room there for Parker Dodlin. And once again, the Bobwhite defense fails to pick up a first down and will be forced to punt away. So credit the Burlington, South Burlington defense here so far in the first half. It's got some substitutions as DeRocher walks in here to the near sideline. So DeRocher, who has been punting for most of the season, checks out, and Deegan Rathburn will check in and stand in his own end zone. Rathburn with a snap, has some times, high end over end kick here to the near side. Nice kick, and takes a slight bounce for the SeaWolves. And BFA saying they have it. It did hit somebody up front. I thought it hit a BFA player. Looked like one of the BFA coaches thought it was a SeaWolf. And the official saying it was a SeaWolf, so SeaWolves will maintain possession, but once again will start this drive off in excellent field position. SeaWolves only have 7 points on the board here this evening, but this is their 4th drive. Yes, you heard that right. Their 4th drive starting off in BFA territory. Excuse me, 4th time they've been in BFA territory. Their first series they started in their own territory, but did not take long to score a touchdown. All right, here we are, back on the field. Kelly, shotgun formation, takes a snap, hints off to Paris. Paris trying to read his blocks, lowers his shoulder, now close to the first down marker. Pickup of 8, maybe 9 yards on the play for Paris, as he did a very nice job. As you could probably see, he had the football tucked away, took his other hand, placed it right on the back of his offensive lineman, reading off the block, and made a nice little cut to pick up a couple of additional yards. So 2nd and 2 for the SeaWolves. Ball spotted at the BFA 25-yard line. 9:49 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. It's been all Seahorses, or SeaWolves, I should say. Motion by the tight end. Ball is loose on the ground, and Kelly is just going to smother it. Heading in for the Bobwhites was Isaac Gratton. Kelly spotted that out of the corner of his eyes and just kind of rolled on top of the football. So a break there for the Bobwhites off the bobbled snap. It's going to set up a 3rd and 10. SeaWolves have been pretty good on 3rd down conversions this evening. Substitution for BFA checking into the game defensively is DeRocher. He'll go into that safety position. 3 receiver set here to the near side. Trips formation. There's a snap. Kelly looking, pump fakes. Now he's looking deep towards the end zone. He's under pressure, and he is sacked. Sacked. The ball is loose. They're going to say, I think he was down. So sacked there by BFA. Isaac Gratton again applying pressure for the Bobwhites. And 4th and 15 here for the SeaWolves, and we'll see what head coach Chad Wolf dials up this go-around. Last time he went to his punter, to Sean Metz, who had a beautiful punt and pinned BFA down at their own 3-yard line. And it looks like that's what they may be looking to dial up once again. So Metz back deep here for the SeaWolves. Seneca DeRocher back deep for the Bobwhites. There's a kick, high kick over on the far side of the field. Hits around the 10, takes a little bit of a Bobwhite roll. And they're going to spot it at around, call it the 12, 13-yard line for BFA. So not quite as good this second go-round for Metz. Not often you can have back-to-back punts within the 5-yard line, but this one's not bad. It's down around the 12. So once again, the Bobwhite defense pinned back deep in their own territory. Bobwhites have been challenged to get anything moving here offensively this evening. 0 first downs. Daniel Rafferty checks in. Rafferty will split out wide here to the near side. Pistol formation. Josher fires high. Ball is caught. And looking to turn the corner, I believe, is Rathburn. Indeed, that was Rathburn on the catch. So pick up 4 on the play, sets up a 2nd and 6 for BFA. The SeaWolves have been incredibly quick defensively, and the Bobwhites have just not been able to establish anything run-wise. 4 receivers set, again, shotgun formation. There's a snap. Heavy pressure, and stepping up is DeRocher, but he stepped up, or sacked in the pocket. That's going to be a loss of 6 and sets up a 3rd and call it 10 now for the Bobwhites. Third and 10. Under 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 7-0 SeaWolves, if you're just tuning in. It's a 20-yard touchdown run back in the first quarter by Tashawn Metz. Bobwhites will send out a trips formation. 3 receivers set here to the near side. Seneca, DeRocher, shotgun. Now we've got a whistle and a timeout taken by BFA. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. This broadcast is made possible with the help of our community partners, Northwestern Rehabilitation, Handy Toyota, Novice Glass, Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness. If you'd like to help support Northwest Access TV's coverage of live high school sports, have your business reach out to our staff at 802-782-8676. 8676. They cover more than 100 games during the school year, and your logo could be seen by all of Franklin County and Vermont. Again, crucial game here this evening if you're just tuning in. Bobwhites 1-3 overall. SeaWolves 0-4. Bobwhites currently have the 8th and final playoff spot. But with a loss this evening, the SeaWolves would leapfrog BFA. So here we go, back on the field, 3rd and 10, 3 receivers set, 6:25 remaining here in the second quarter. DeRocher takes a snap. Rolling here to the near side, fires it high, and ball is caught. And it's going to be close to the first down. And we'll see no mark yet by the official. And I believe they're going to have to bring the chains in here. Ball is around the 23-yard line. I won't speculate. I think he has enough, but our Northwest Access TV camera crew will provide a better opportunity than I am able to see. And it's going to be 4th down. It's going to be short by inches. So decision time here for head coach Jeff Murray, looking at a 4th and inches at around his own 22, 23-yard line, 23-yard line. Bobwhites have yet to convert on any 3rd downs this game. It's literally 4th and inches. We'll see what head coach Jeff Murray dials up here. I'm sure he'd like to get a 1st down and give his defense just a breather. So I would not be surprised to see him go for it. And indeed he is. So here it is. 4th and inches for BFA, up under center, and pushing the pile ahead is good, I believe, for the 1st down. That was DeRocher in at quarterback. So DeRocher needed a few inches and picked up 1, maybe 2 yards. So there you go. The Bobwhites' first down of the evening, coming with 5:54 remaining here in the 1st half. At the very least, that will give the Bobwhite defense a few more minutes to breathe. We've spent most of the time out on the field here in the 1st half. 2 receivers set here for the Bobwhites. DeRocher up under center. There's the snap. Hand off to the 2nd man through. Still driving, that's Leon Wood. And Wood, they'll give him forward progress. He's tackled back to the line of scrimmage, but forward progress will give him a couple on the play. Maybe call it 3, and that will set up 2nd and 7. $5:13 remaining here in the 1st half. And again, the Burlington defense been very stingy on the ground here, not giving up much of anything to this wing T offense. Splitting out wide here to the near side is Dodlin. There's a snap by DeRocher. Looking here to the near side, had some time. He did a few pump fakes. Now he's under pressure. Now looking, he's just going to toss it out of bounds. So I think originally he was looking for Dodlin up here the near sideline. Gave a little pump fake, but then was chased down by a defensive lineman and was just never able to regroup and then toss that one out of bounds. So Bobwhites now looking at a 3rd and call it 7. 3rd and 7 at their own 26-yard line. Rafferty, tight end, splits out wide here to the near side. Rathburn splits out wide to the far side, the split end. 4 receivers set. DeRocher calls his own number and nothing there. So DeRocher faked the handoff to Gratton, who had checked in at fullback, and he was just swallowed up back at the line of scrimmage. So again, credit head coach Chad Wolf and his SeaWolf defense. They have shown up to play this evening, not giving BFA anything to sniff for on the ground. Clock will continue to run. 4:10 remaining in the 1st half. I believe we got Rathburn back deep to punt away here for BFA. There's a snap to Rathburn. Rathburn gets it away. High end over end kick. And it's going to take a BFA roll. And down at the SeaWolf 41-yard sign. So beautiful kick by Deegan Rathburn. Gives the BFA Bobwhites finally some breathing room. And this is going to be the first offensive possession for the SeaWolves since their first offensive possession of the game, where they're going to start in their own territory. So the Bobwhite defense has been on the field most of this half. They've bent, but they haven't broken. Just on that first series, that's it. It's only 7-0 SeaWolves, and frankly, it could be a lot worse than that. I'm sure the Bobwhites will be making some halftime adjustments offensively to get things moving. Kelly takes a snap, hands off over on the far side of the field to DeConnick, and DeConnick, little running room, not much there, picks up 2, maybe 3. Stays in bounds, so the clock will continue to run with 3:30 remaining in the 1st half. Want to remind our viewing audience that we'll have fireworks here at halftime. Again, it's homecoming here for BFA. If you've never watched the fireworks at halftime during homecoming, you're in for a treat. There's a snap to Kelly. He fires it here to the near side. Looking to turn the corner is number 30 who breaks the tackle. That's Johnson. And ball is picked up by BFA. Racing loose out the fumble. And turning it upfield for BFA. That's Timothy Sanders. And Sanders takes it to touchdown! Touchdown BFA! And the Bobwhite defense responds. They've been on the field most of the first half. The ball was fumbled loose by Hunter Johnson. Johnson broke free on the original tackle, and on the second effort, he lost the football. Picked up alertly there by Timothy Sanders, who rumbles 60 yards for the score. So talk about a swing in momentum. Late substitution by BFA, getting number 36, Caval Matthew on the field. There's a snap, it's low, and under heavy pressure, the kick is up. BFA fortunate to get away, and it is good. With that, we'll take a quick timeout. Our score, with 2:53 remaining in the half, is BFA 7, Burlington South Burlington 7. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV.
You're on tape.
Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center. Tate Brooks on hand as the BFA Bobwhites in a dramatic fumble recovery, turning it into 7 points, courtesy of Timothy Sanders' 60-yard touchdown run. Kick is away by Ireland. It's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line here to the near side, and still on his feet racing is Alex Leclerc, who's finally tackled out around. Oh, they're going to call a late hit on number 23 for BFA, the kicker, John Ireland. So Ireland took him down, they're going to say out of bounds. Head coach Jeff Murray not going to be cheery about that call. No official signal yet. I guess I'm speculating on what I saw on the field with my own eyes. Ball right now spotted at the Burlington South Burlington 42-yard line. 2:44 remaining in the first half, but this is likely going to be a 15-yard personal foul call against BFA. And here you go, there it is. Oh, holding. All right, holding against the SeaWolves. There's the personal foul against BFA. And that's gonna offset. I guess it's not gonna offset. There's the 15 yards from, I guess, I'm not sure how that, they marked up 15 yards from the spot of the foul for the holding call. All right, well, hey, that gets you back to about where he was tackled. That's going to set up a 1st and 10. Kelly snap, handoff straight ahead to Paris. And Paris has enough for the first down as the Bobwhites, as you can see, trying to strip that football loose. Paris holds on to it. Now we've got a whistle on the field. Clock does stop with the first down as they move the sticks, and we also have a flag at the 40-yard line, I think potentially against the SeaWolves. Officials seem to be indicating this is against the SeaWolves. Illegal use of the hands against the SeaWolves. And that's going to be frustrating for Chad Wolf, head coach for the SeaWolves, because that penalty came downfield after Paris already had the first down. That will drive most coaches crazy. So a break for BFA. Paris's run, instead of being about a 14-yard gainer, is now only a 4-yard pickup, and we're going to be looking at a first and about 6. First and 6 at the at 44. There's the pass out to the far side to Metz. Metz turns the corner. It's a foot race. Metz takes a nice block and finally stepped out of bounds. So Metz picked up a nice block downfield as he was able to burst free. Metz stepped out of bounds. That will stop the clock with 2:16 remaining here in the first half. If you're just tuning in, Sean Metz put the SeaWolves up back in the first quarter. That's the lone score thus far for the SeaWolves. Larson splits out wide here, the near side. 2 receivers set. Kelly hands off to Paris. Paris looking still up and finally wrapped up and taken down. Tackle on the play by Isaac Gratton. Sets up a 2nd and 7, and we're under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Our score, BFA 7, Burlington South, Burlington 7. Trips formation to the top side of your screen here. Kelly with the snap, rolls out on that far side. Under pressure, Kelly unloads it, fires it, has a man open, and he takes a big hit, bad hit. Number 13, Ty Larson, I think he hung on with that, but Larson took a big hit over on the far side of the field, and I'm not sure how he held on to that football, folks.
On the 13-yard line. Back on.
Play continues on the near side on the field with 1:35 remaining here. Here's the snap to Kelly. Kelly hands off to Paris straight ahead. Paris has a hole and he splits down to the BFA 5-yard line. They're still working on Ty Larson on that far side, who took a big hit. Looking at a 2nd and 2 here for the SeaWolves. Now we've got timeout taken by the BFA defense. With that, we'll take a quick timeout here ourselves with 1:05 remaining in the first half. BFA 7, Burlington South, Burlington 7. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone. Tate Brooks on hand at the Collins Pearly Sports Center, and the SeaWolves looking at a 2nd and 2 at about the BFA 5-yard line. Kelly with the snap. Kelly looking in the end zone, fires it high and incomplete. Pass was intended for his big tight end, Miles Goldsmith. That will set up a 3rd and about 2 from the 5. Clock will stop with 53 seconds remaining here in the first half. 53 seconds. Here we go. Two receiver set here to the near side.
Third down, SeaWolves.
Kelly taking his time, takes a snap, hands off to Paris, and Paris looking. He stood up, and Paris has stood up. Now almost loses the football. Second hit there by James Harrison as the Bobwhites had him stacked, and Paris almost lost the handle on the football. No gain on the play as Harrison almost contributed to the second turnover of the first half. 28 seconds, now down to 25 seconds here as the SeaWolves looking at a 4th and about 2 at the 5. They have yet to use one of their timeouts that I've seen. They're content to let this clock wind down. Now they'll call the timeout. So 7-7 our score, timeout with 10 seconds. Be interesting to see if they are going for it, if they're just going to attempt a field goal. We'll keep it here. I want to remind our viewing audience that the Bobwhites will be on the road next Friday as they take on Rutland. Unfortunately, we won't have that game for you, but that will be an important one coming into this evening's game. Rutland is 2-2 overall. Bobwhites are going to look to build off this game, certainly to head down Route 7. Their first venture down to Southern Vermont this season. No, sorry, their second. They played earlier in the season down in Manchester, even further south. They took on Burlington. All right, it looks like SeaWolves are going for it here on 4th and about 2. Kelly, shotgun formation, 3 receivers set here to the near side. Paris back with him in the backfield. They're looking, fire, tipped at the line and incomplete. James Harrison chipping the football in the end zone. So Harrison, who nearly sparked a fumble with a tackle, now able to get a hand on it in the end zone and bat that one away. So a great job, a big defensive hold there by the Bobwhites as the BFA defense has been tremendous here in the first half. So here we go, 5 seconds remaining. Head coach Jeff Murray likely just to have Seneca DeRocher take a knee. There's the snap, there's the knee, and that will certainly do it for an eventful first half, a low-scoring first half, but a fun one nonetheless. Our score at the half, BFA 7, Burlington South Burlington 7. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest SSTV. Stay tuned for the homecoming firework extravaganza.
Okay, cool.
He's dropping him off. I was curious. Yeah. He's got practice.
I got cricket today.
I'm dropping. I'm going to bring this here.
Down the ticket. Okay.
Don't forget that it's Is there black
Get your backpack up here in the booth, Evangelica and Ludo. Your backpack, we've got it right up here in the press box. And Evangelica and Ludo, got your backpack here for you. we'll call it as soon as lights come back on.
How you doing? You're good. Language. Are you announcing tonight?
Yes, I am.
I have spirit leaders, seniors. Not calling.
Listen to all of the spirit leaders that we have from the different classes tonight. First spirit leaders for freshmen, Jocelyn Bissett, Brody Chamberlain, and Jonah Walsh. Let's hear it for the spirit for the freshmen. For the sophomores, Mackenzie Smith and Wyatt Trombley. For junior spirit leaders, Shelby Lawrence, Grace Brewer, and Taylor Holmes. And for the senior spirit leaders, Jack Ford, Madison Carey, and Ryan Harrigan. And when it comes to the flow results, for tonight the flow results in fourth place for the juniors, third place in the flow results for sophomores, second place in the flow results for freshmen, and in first place, of course, the seniors for homecoming. Congratulations and thanks for all the spirit you guys bring to a great homecoming game and a great game we got going on here. Come back to second half football coming up soon.
Good game.
We're going to get your 50-50 tickets ready. You can get the lights up to full power or you can call. We win $7. We thank everybody for contributing to 50-50. Don't forget we have a backpack up here. Evangelica Ludo, we've got your backpack right up here in the press box. Okay, we got those lights up and going again. 50-50 ticket, $207 available up here in the press box for you. 3735825. That's 3735825. $207 just come right up the press box here. Got it for you again. Thank you all for contributing to 50-50. 3735825. 5825.
Pretty comfy out there. For the camera? That's all right. Oh, yeah? Thank you.
Get a 50-50 ticket, $207, available free up in the press box. 3735825. 3735825. Ladies and gentlemen, let's cheer for your Bobwhites! And tomorrow night, ready to Powder Puff football. Please come down and enjoy your World Homecoming festivities here in the Collins Police Sports Center.
Oh, Avery.
You look happy.
I think I'm.
What ticket do you have?
3-7.
We got a winner.
Yes.
Got a winner. That's the ticket I sold you.
Avery. Avery. Gaudioso.
Gaudioso?
Yeah.
Avery Gaudioso is the winner of $207. Got the right ticket.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thanks to everybody contributing, all going to the boosters and the fireworks tonight. We thank you for your
Welcome back, everyone. Tate Brooks here at the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. 7-7 our score in a low-scoring but exciting first half. If you're just tuning in, it was the SeaWolves coming away with a 7-0 lead in the first quarter, courtesy of a 20-yard touchdown run on a counterplay to Tishon Metz. And the BFA Bobwhites defense was on the field nonstop after that. The Bobwhite offense only managing to get one first down in the entire first half. That's right, one first down in the entire first half, and that one being converted on a 4th and inches opportunity. So the Bobwhites 0 for on third downs in the first quarter. Well, you may be wondering, how in the heck is the score 7-7 then? Well, as the SeaWolves were driving late in the second half, there was a fumble on the play, and big play by Timothy Sanders to pick it up and rumble 60 yards for the touchdown score. So that knotted things up 7-7. Now, it was late in the first half, but the SeaWolves did get the ball back and drove all the way down to the BFA 5-yard line, but then a big play by linebacker James Harrison batting down a 4th down pass play in the end zone to maintain the tie. So head coach Chad Wolf decided to go for the touchdown instead of a field goal opportunity. So that leads us to here and now. 7-7 our score. Bobwhites will be kicking off to start the second half. SeaWolves won the coin toss. They deferred to the second half. Taking a look at some out-of-town scores, we got another big game between St. Johnsbury and Burlington. That game also at the half. That one's all tied up as well, 21-21 between St. Johnsbury and Burlington. It's North Country, a battle of undefeateds, North Country and Bellows Falls. North Country leading that one 14-13. And then Essex, after their win last week against BFA here at the Collins Pearly, they are continuing to roll, leading Middlebury at the half 17-0. So that kind of gives you a update around Division I football here in Vermont. Now back on the field where the Bobwhites will be kicking away to start the second half. End over end kick fielded by Alec Leclerc. Leclerc takes it to the outside, and he's wrapped up immediately and taken down by number 24 for BFA, Michael Banya. So nice open field tackle there by Banya. And this may be the worst starting field position of the game for the SeaWolves. Almost all of the offensive series by the SeaWolves in the first half starting in BFA territory. But again, able to move the ball down the field, but unable to get in the end zone. So the BFA defense certainly bent, but did not break. And again, the Bobwhite defense is responsible for the lone BFA touchdown. Handoff straight ahead to Paris. Paris takes it to the outside, still rumbling ahead, and picks up 6 on the play. Cody Barrett in assisting on the tackle there for BFA. 3 receivers set here to the near side. There's a snap. Handoff again to Paris on the near side, and Paris breaks off one secondary tackle by BFA. Going to be close to the first down. Also assisting with Timothy Sanders, but they do credit Paris enough for the first down, first and goal. So here we go. No huddle offense. This is what we saw in the first offensive series for the SeaWolves to start the game, and that was a touchdown. Ball batted in the air and incomplete. Big number 89, Reed Steigels, getting his hand in on the air and batting down Kelly's pass. That's the second time this evening Kelly has had a pass batted down. The first time, ironically, he caught the football and turned around and tried to pass it again, which you can't do, and was flagged for. So 2nd and 10. SeaWolves now finally huddle up after that incompletion. Ty Larson back in the game after taking a big hit back in the first half. Splits out wide on the far side of the field. It's good to see he's up and back in. Paris takes a handoff and is tackled by Grattan. So minimal gain. Good job by Grattan stepping up from his linebacker position. Paris only gaining 1 on the carry. And it's going to be 3rd and long. Call it 3rd and 9 here for the SeaWolves. Bobwhite defense has not forced a 4 and out yet here this evening. This may be the first time. Bouffard splits out wide to the far side of the field. Kelly takes the snap, rolls out on that far side, looking downfield, has some time. Kelly rolls, fires it across his chest, and it is bobbled and incomplete. Pass intended for Tayshawn Metz. He's been their big play guy this evening, but not able to hold on as he bobbled the ball along that far sideline. His offensive line thought he came down with it, but Metz going to have to jog on back because he is also the punter for the SeaWolves. He's had a couple of punts this evening down inside the BFA 20-yard line. One down at the 3, the other at around the 15. You see Metz counting up his players, making sure there's a total of 11, including himself out there. He'll stand back at around his own 25-yard line. Seneca DeRocher back here for BFA at his own 32-yard line. A heavy pressure, and he gets it away. Metz, and there is a flag on the play for, we'll see what it is. Metz still down as the Bobwhites send everybody but the kitchen sink to try to come up that block. And Metz sees the flag, now bounces back up. And we'll see if this is going to be a roughing the kicker or running into the kicker. Big differential there between the two. The running in the kicker would be 5 yards, and the SeaWolves would be looking to punt away. A roughing the kicker would be 15 and a first down. So we'll look to the officials on the field here. Metz still down. And it is going to be the 15-yard type. Personal foul, 15 yards. So for the first time this evening, the Bobwhite defense was hoping to force their first 4 and out of the evening. They get a roughing the kicker call and get the South Burlington offense back out on the field. Head coach Jeff Murray not particularly pleased on that sequence. Players certainly have to be aware of the situation when you're going for the punt block. So first down after the penalty puts the South Burlington SeaWolves back on the field. Kelly needs one more player on his side. That's Andre Bouffard, who now races in for the SeaWolves. Shotgun formation. Kelly with the snap. Hand off to Paris. Paris stutter steps and drives ahead for a 5, maybe 6 yard gain. Second and 5 here for the SeaWolves. Under 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. (7-7) our score, although the SeaWolves have been able to move the football. Just the end zone has eluded them. The penalty flies, and that's going against the SeaWolves. Tackle made there by number 7, Cody Barrett. Paris got the handoff and has enough for the first down, but that one's coming back, folks. We had an illegal motion on the far side of the field against the SeaWolves. No official call yet, but officials conferring, and you'll see Barrett signaling that one's going against Burlington, South Burlington. Now the official call. Now move the football back to about the Bob White 48-yard line and set up a second and call it 9. Again, if you're just tuning in, big game here for both squads as they battle for the final playoff spot in Division I. BFA win will really solidify them into the playoffs. A South Burlington win will leapfrog them in for that 8th and final spot. Paris takes a handoff. He stood up, but bounces it outside and has a lane. And Paris turns nothing into something for a SeaWolves first down. I mean, Paris was stopped 2 yards deep. And defensive Rusty Brandon is not pleased with the tackling or lack thereof on that play. Instead of looking at a 3rd and long, the SeaWolves now have a 1st and 10 at the BFA 35-yard line. 9:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Kelly takes a snap, hands off to here the near side. That's number 4. That's Butts. And Butts loses the football. Are they going to say he's down? Looked like the ball was torn out, but Alonzo Butts down on the field, and they're going to say he was down. So BFA defense swarming. That's Butts' first carry of the day, kind of giving Paris a bit of a breather. And again, you could see that Bob White defense, once they had him stood up, reaching in and trying to rip that football away. Butts will head back to the far side of the field as Sam Parrish checks back in. Liam O'Connor splits out wide on the far side of the field. Larson splits out wide here on the near side. Motion in the backfield by the tight end. Kelly rolls out. Kelly off the back foot, and it's going to be almost intercepted. Stepping in front was Deegan Rathburn. So Kelly throwing off his back foot as he was rolling out, kind of hung that ball up in the air and gave Rathburn an opportunity to get a beat on it, but Rathburn not able to come down with it. Ball lands incomplete, and looking at a 3rd and 14 now for the SeaWolves. Ball spotted at the BFA 39-yard line. Kelly jogs in. SeaWolves now huddled back up. Again, their first few plays, they went with a no huddle here to start the second half. They had success with that back in the first quarter. 3 receivers set on the top side of your screen here. Kelly shotgun formation. Long count. Kelly taking his time. There's the snap. Now he rolls over on that far side, and firing it is caught over on the side, and I think he's going to be just short of the first down. That was number 13, Ty Larson, on the reception. So looking at a 3rd and 13, now looking at a 4th and 1. So a nice little catch by Larson to go down and get that. Larson, who impressive to see back in the game, made a gorgeous reception back in the second quarter before the half, but took a big hit and held on, and he was down for a while on the sideline out of bounds. So glad to see he's up and doing well, and he's put his team in an opportunity here, looking at a 4th and 1 at the BFA 26-yard line. Paris lines up right to the left of his quarterback. Kelly, second snap, And they get Paris in the backfield, and Paris,
Harris gets hit in the backfield.
BFA saying no, it's all going to come down to the spot of the football. And they're going to give Paris the
First down. Burlington, South Burlington.
benefit of the doubt and spot him at the 25-yard line, which is just enough for the first down. So they give Paris forward progress.
5-yard line with Burlington's down.
And the SeaWolves able to convert on 4th and short. Under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 7-7 our score. Larson splits out wide to the far side of the field.
First down, SeaWolves.
Hunter Johnson splits out wide here to the near side. There's a snap. Kelly bobbled it, hands off to Paris. Paris trying to take it around and Paris wrapped up by Isaac Gratton. Good job defensively also by the Bobwhites. There wasn't a corner to turn for Paris. And Gratton wrapped up immediately, and there was no wiggling and getting loose this go around for Sam Paris. Sets up a 2nd and 12 at the BFA 27-yard line. 6:05 remaining here in the third quarter. 0-0 our score. Larson splits out wide here to the near side. Trips formation here to the near side. Kelly with the snap. Back, pump fakes. Kelly under pressure, fires it towards the end zone, and it is diving and incomplete. Nice coverage by Rathburn downfield for BFA. It's going to set up a 3rd and long, call it 3rd and 12. Clock stops with 5:40 remaining in the third quarter with the incompletion. Bobwhites with only 1 first down here in this game. But 7 points up on the board courtesy of their defense, who are on the field once again, looking at a 3rd and 13. Here's a snap, and it's a counter handoff over on that far side and snuffed out. Counter went to Sean Metz. Again, that was how Metz scored on that same counter play back in the first quarter. Counter coming the other direction towards our cameras. But this go round, Bobwhites, SeaWolves go the other direction, and the Bobwhites snuffed that out on that far side. SeaWolves now looking at a 4th and 12 at the BFA 26. Maybe out of field goal range, so SeaWolves likely to go for it here with 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. SeaWolves already burning off 7 minutes of this quarter on a long drive, but no points to show for it thus far. 3 receivers sent. We've got movement by Paris. Sam Paris, the running back, lined up right to the right of his quarterback. Nick Kelly took a little bit of a hop, tried to hold himself up, but his momentum had already got to him, and that's going to force the SeaWolves to back up a little bit further. And we'll see if head coach Chad Wolf still goes for enough 4th down, or if he asks his punter, Sean Metz, to try to pin the Bobwhites back deep. Looks like they're going to go for it. So 4th and 17. 4th and 17 here for the SeaWolves. O'Connor splits out wide here to the near side. Metz, motion man on the far side. Now they're going to go for the home run ball into the end zone. They have him in, leaping, and incomplete. Oh, flag comes in. Rathburn on the coverage. And the SeaWolves get the flag on the play. Ball was intended for Larson. So Ty Larson streaking down that far sideline, and the Bobwhites unhappy. 4th and 17. Now the one bright spot here in high school football is that's only going to be a 15-yard penalty, even though that was into the end zone. So instead of the Bobwhites getting the ball, they're going to be a pass interference against the defense. They'll mark off the 15 yards, and now it's going to be 4th and 2. 4th and 2 on a series that the Bobwhite defense should have been off the field long ago. Again, this is the second 15-yard penalty on this series. First one coming on another critical 4th down when the SeaWolves were punting away, but their punter had BFA defender run into him and called for a 15-yard penalty. So 2 15-yard penalties on 4th downs on this drive have given the SeaWolves life. They're just going to call it 4th and 1 at the BFA 17. Kelly, shotgun formation. Paris lined up right to the left. Now we've got a flag. Too much time. Delay of game against the SeaWolf offense. So that's a big penalty call as quarterback Nick Kelly kind of lost track of time out on the field. So in the last 3 series, we've seen 3 penalty flags. They'll restart the clock here under 4:07 to go. Again, this is the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. SeaWolves have already eaten up 8 minutes. 8 minutes on this drive. 3 receivers set here to the near side on 4th down. Kelly takes a snap, looking here to the near side, fires, and the ball is caught to his tight end, rumbling forward, and he's down within the BFA 10-yard line. That's Miles Goldsmith.
Miles Goldsmith with the catch.
So Goldsmith is down to the BFA 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the SeaWolves. On a drive where the BFA defense had 2 opportunities to get off the field on 4th down, but penalties breathing new life into this SeaWolf offense. 2 receivers set here to the near side. Paris lines up right to the left of Kelly. Kelly takes a snap, hands off to Paris. Penetration, and Paris is stood up in the backfield. No gain on the play. No gain, sets up a 2nd and goal from the 5.
Goal for the 5 for Burlington, South Burlington.
Under 3 minutes ago. 9-minute opening quarter drive here for this SeaWolf offense. BFA defense has spent a lot of time on the field here this evening. Larson now splitting out wide to the far side of the field. Paris lines up to the right of his quarterback, Kelly. Now we've got motion by the tight end. And calling some known numbers, Kelly towards the end zone, fires it, and it's intercepted. Is it intercepted? No, incomplete. Almost off the deflection, scooping it up there was Parker Dodlin, and Dodlin thought maybe he had come up with it, but they're going to say it hit the ground off the deflection. So incomplete. Kelly, when he looks at the film, looked like he actually had a lane into the end zone if he decided to run that one in. So the clock will stop with the incompletion. 2:23 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 7-7 our score. Again, opening drive here of the 3rd quarter for the SeaWolves. Paris lines up to the right of Kelly. 3 receivers set on the far side. We've got motion by Metz, and it's going to be a pitch to Metz here on the near side. Metz looking, turns it up, and he is stood up in Metz' 2nd effort, and Metz is down to about the 2, maybe 1 yard line. So the Bobwhite defense forced Metz to cut back in, and he was stood up, and we're going to call it about the 2 yard line. So 4th and goal at the 2. This is going to be the 3rd 4th down on this drive for this SeaWolf offense, and they'll call a timeout with 1:56 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. This broadcast is made possible with the help of our community partners, Northwestern Rehabilitation, Handy Toyota, Novus Glass, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness. If you'd like to help support Northwest Access TV's coverage of live high school sports, have your business reach out to staff at 802-782-8676. They cover more than 100 games during the school year, and your logo could be seen by all of Franklin County and Vermont. So, what will SeaWolf head coach Chad Wolf dial up here? This is what would typically be a PAT if they want to go for the field goal. but it looks like they're going to go for the touchdown. BFA defense has come up big with their backs against the wall thus far tonight, although the SeaWolves have converted on 2 penalty-filled 4th downs on this drive. High snap, calling his own numbers, Kelly, and Kelly waltzes in for a SeaWolf touchdown.
SeaWolves.
So Kelly calls his own number on the quarterback draw and found his in for the score. Just too many opportunities for the SeaWolves team, just penalties. I mean, head coach Jeff Murray is not going to be happy that he provided the SeaWolves not 1, but 2 separate first downs on when his defense should have been getting off the field. 10-minute, 10-second offensive drive. There's a snap. Kick is up. Line drive kick, but it is no good.
No good.
No good. With that, we'll take a quick timeout. Our score, the SeaWolves 13, BFA 7. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone. Here, Tate Brooks at the Collins Pearly Sports Center this evening. A 10-minute, 10-second drive for the South Burlington Seahorses results in a touchdown on, you guessed it, 4th down. 3 separate 4th down conversions by the SeaWolves. The first 2, though, credit and courtesy, unfortunately, to untimely penalties against the BFA defense. So the Bobwhite defense has played well all evening, and frankly, they've been out most of the game on the field. Bobwhite offense, I'm sure, have made some halftime adjustments. Bobwhite's only with 1 first down in that first half, and that coming on a 4th and inches, so 0 third down conversions. So we'll see a little short, again, onside kick once again by the SeaWolves, and once again the ball is now going to where? Go out of bounds? I'll tell you what, the SeaWolves almost came up with it. SeaWolves did that back in the first quarter and came up with the onside kick in the first quarter, but this one, I think, made its way out of bounds. So the Bobwhite kick return team, very fortunate, caught napping once again on the kick return. Tim Sanders heads out on the field here for BFA. Rathburn will split out wide here to the near side. They're going to take quarterback Seneca DeRocher, put him under center. Here's a snap. Handoff on the outside with some running room to, I believe, Liam Wood. Wood on the carry. Picks up 6. And that may have been one of the best runs of the evening for this BFA offense. Parker Dodlin splits out wide here to the near side. And blitz up the middle. Very little running room, 1 yard on the play for Wood. I mean, you can see what, the SeaWolves have 6 men up on the line of scrimmage and are blitzing anywhere 1 to 2. So, I mean, you basically have 8 men firing right on the line of scrimmage and not a whole lot of opportunity for BFA to move the football here. Bobwhites offensively into SeaWolves territory for the first time tonight. Nose of the ball on the SeaWolf 49-yard line, looking at 3rd and 2. Shift. You can see they're in the backfield immediately. Wood tied up, but Wood pushes ahead and has enough for the first down. So the first third down conversion of the evening for BFA, coming with 19 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Their first third down conversion. But the Bobwhites certainly made some changes at halftime. 5 seconds remaining, and head coach Jeff Murray just going to let this thing roll down and take this thing to the fourth quarter. With that, we'll take a quick timeout. Our score, the SeaWolves 13, BFA 7. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone. Tate Brooks here at the Collins Pearly Sports Center. As you can hear the crowd chanting BFA here as we start the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 at the Seahorses 45. Motion in the backfield. Going to be a counter handoff and going nowhere on the play. That looked to be Landon Underwood. Underwood was upended in the backfield, and again, just the Seawolves sending everybody in. Up on the line of scrimmage, 6-man front, and taking their backers and putting them through the gaps for very little running room. Seawolves really trying to force BFA to beat them through the air. Looking at 2nd and 12. Play action, here we go. Seneca has some time, has him in. It's caught for the first down. There he goes, the stiff arm. And busting free for BFA is Tim Sanders. They're going to say Sanders is down at the BFA 11-yard line. And Timothy Sanders having one heck of a game. Defensively, he's got a 60-yard touchdown rumble. And then a big first down conversion on the rollout waggle. Crowd chanting Timmy here at the Collins Pearly. It's going to be 1st and 10 for BFA at the Seawolf 11-yard line. Best looking offensive series we've seen all night long by the BFA offense. DeRocher up under center. Long count, motion to the backfield. There's a snap. Handoff here on the counter to the near side and has a hole and looking to break free down inside the 3-yard line. Landon Underwood. So a little counter there to Underwood. Misdirection in the backfield. And they're going to put him down at around where? They walk it back a little. And we do have a flag on the play. Looks like we're going to have, what, assisting the runner? Is that the call? Illegal block, chop block against BFA. All right, well, we'll have to take a look at that one on the film later on. So, illegal chop block against BFA. That's 15 yards. And, well, Bobwhite offense will have their work cut out for them here now, looking at a 1st and 25.
1st and 25 for the Bobwhites.
Ball now pushed back to the 26-yard line. There's a snap. Rolling out again to the near side and looking for Sanders again, and that's Rathburn. Rathburn with a nice catch along the near sideline down to the 10-yard line.
Take it right down to the 10.
So a nice pitch and catch between DeRocher and Rathburn, and now the Bobwhites in a more manageable 2nd and about 8 Ball now at the 9-yard line. So DeRocher starting to find a little bit of rhythm back there throwing the football. Rathburn splits out wide on the far side of the field. Motion in the backfield by BFA. Handoff goes to Wood, who has a hole. Wood makes a cut, and Wood is down to about the 1-yard line. Going to be close to a first down for BFA, and it is a first down for BFA. First and goal for the Bobwhites with 10:28 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
SeaWolves with a 6-point lead, but the Bobwhites knocking on the door. Homecoming here at the Collins Pearly. Bobwhite offense trying to put one into the end zone for the score. Here we go. New quarterback in, that's Wood, calls his own number, finds a hole, and Liam Wood pushing the ball ahead, and Wood is in for a BFA touchdown! So head coach Jeff Murray goes back to the old Bobcat. He put split DeRocher out wide and brought Liam Wood in from his fullback position, lined him up at quarterback. That confused the SeaWolf defense, and Wood found a nice little seam, made his way into the end zone, and the Bobwhites have an opportunity to take their first lead of the game.
Landon Underwood back with the extra point.
Here's the snap. Here's the kick under pressure. The kick is up, and it is good! Our score with 10:03 remaining in the fourth quarter. BFA 14, SeaWolves 13. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone. Tate Brooks at the Collins Pearly Sports Center here in St. Albans, and lots of energy and life here from the crowd as the Bobwhites take their first lead of the game with 10:03 remaining. Liam Wood, a 1-yard touchdown scamper, and the PAT give the Bobwhites their first lead of the game. John Ireland to kick away. High end over end kick, fielded at around the 20-yard line, taking it to the far side of the field. That's Hunter Johnson. Johnson is upended down around the 40-yard line. So, Bobwhite defense back on the field. They've been out there most of the night and have stood pretty tall. Only points in this game were on the SeaWolves' first offensive series, and then this last series, again, a 10-minute, 10-second drive, but the Bobwhites aiding the SeaWolf offenses with two fourth down penalties that kept that offensive drive moving. Here we go, Kelly shotgun formation, 1st and 10, calls his own number again on the quarterback keeper, drives ahead, and Kelly now wrapped up by Isaac Gratton. Yeah, it's going to be about a 5-yard gain. 9:42 showing up on the score here. Bobwhites on the road next week. They'll head down to Rutland. Rutland 2-2 overall. Bobwhites trying to get win number 2 here this evening. Again, an important game, playoff implications here this evening. SeaWolves on the outside looking in. Bobwhites holding on to that 8th and final playoff spot right now. With a SeaWolves win, that would leapfrog them in front of BFA. 2nd and 4. Kelly takes a high snap, bobbles it, hands it to Paris, and Paris is met in the backfield, still trying to drive ahead. And Paris very fortunate to maintain possession of the football and does get back to the original line of scrimmage. or I should just say the line of scrimmage. So sets up a 3rd and about 4 at the SeaWolf 45-yard line. $8:39 to go here in the 4th quarter. SeaWolves huddled up here. Ball at their own 45. Tight end Miles Goldsmith lines up here on the near side. 3 receiver set. Quick snap. There was some movement. They let it go. Ball is thrown in behind his receiver, Liam O'Connor. Could have had a legal motion against the SeaWolves offense. Refs let it go. Now you're looking at a 4th and 4 at the SeaWolves 45. One would think head coach Chad Wolf will put Metz back to punt away. BFA kind of playing it straight up right now. DeRocher back at safety. Clock stopped with the incompletion, 8:19. SeaWolves really taking their time. They're going to have to hustle to get this play off. Metz now will drop back at around his 35-yard line. DeRocher now stands at his 26-yard line. There's a snap. He gets it down. Punt return team back for BFA. Takes a SeaWolf roll and down at around the BFA 16-yard line. So you'll notice on that punt return, Bobwhites did not send everybody. Being burned on that on the last quarter when they picked up a crucial roughing the kicker that kept the drive alive and resulted ending in a SeaWolf touchdown. All right, 8:05 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Bobwhite offense back on the field after their last successful touchdown drive, their best looking drive of the game. Parker Dodlin splits out wide here to the near side. There's a snap. Handoff here to the near side as well. Gaping hole, but it's filled nicely and quickly by number 63, Xavier Beer. Here's a pickup of 3 on the carry.
2nd down and 7 for BFA.
Bobwhites come in tonight's game 1-3 overall. SeaWolves 0-4. Again, we'll try to get you some out-of-town scores before we wrap up the game. Last we heard, it was St. Johnsbury and Burton tied at half, 21-all. DeRocher with the snap. Calls his own number on the quarterback keeper, all sorts of room, and DeRocher lowers his shoulder, dives ahead, and DeRocher is going to be close to the first down on the quarterback end around. And it is a first down for BFA. DeRocher also stayed in bounds with 7:09 as you see the official looking to wind the clock once again. Head coach Jeff Murray with like nothing more than a long, methodical drive, similar to what the SeaWolves did on their first offensive position back in the 3rd quarter. Rathburn splits it out wide here to the near side. Seneca, DeRocher up under center. Motion in the backfield and handoff straight ahead to Grattan in at fullback. Grattan second effort and they're trying to reach the ball. Is loose. Grattan lost a handle on it as the SeaWolves were ripping for it, and indeed they came up with it. So the SeaWolves stripping the ball, and that's the Bobwhites' first turnover in 2 games. They were on the +3 category last week against Essex, even though they didn't come away with the win. But this time, their first turnover, and the SeaWolves in good full field position at the BFA 29. 6:26 showing here on the scoreboard on the Collins Pearly. Ty Larson splits out wide to the far side. Motion in the backfield by Metz. Metz takes the handoff around the end, turns the corner, has a little bit of a seam. Metz turns it up again. Metz has it. Metz is breaking free and down inside the BFA 10-yard line. Tayshawn Metz, another big run. He's broken free a couple of times this evening. He's got the speed, as you could see. He scored a touchdown back in the first quarter on a similar run. Three receivers set here to the near side. Kelly trying to get the SeaWolves back in front. Long count, there's a snap. Has time, steps up in the pocket, fires it loose, has a man, and he's in for the touchdown. That's Paris. Sam Paris on the reception. Kelly had stepped up in the pocket, bought himself a little time. I think he was thinking about running it and then saw the corner of his right eye. Sam Paris all alone. Nice little pass. Caught Paris in stride, and he's in. And the SeaWolves retake the lead here with 5:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Timeout by the SeaWolves as they prepare for the PAT. That will allow us to say this broadcast is made possible with the help of our community partners. Northwestern Rehabilitation, Handy Toyota, Novus Glass, Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness. If you'd like help to support Northwest Access TV's coverage of live high school sports, have your business reach out to staff at 802-782-8676. They cover more than 100 games during the school year, and your logo could be seen by all of Franklin County and Vermont. All right, back here on the field, PAT opportunity for the SeaWolves. Thought they might go for two here, but they're going to kick to make it a 6-point game. At least they're showing that at this point in time. LeClaire to hold. Banis to kick. There it's down. Banis' kick is up, and it is good. With that, we'll take a quick timeout with 5:45 remaining. Our score, it's the SeaWolves 20, BFA 14. You're watching BFA Bobwhite football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone. Here, Tate Brooks at the Collins Pearly Sports Center. Homecoming night for BFA, and you've tuned into a good one, folks. The SeaWolves with a 20-14 lead with 5:45 remaining. This game has gone back and forth, and the Bobwhite offense, well, first kick return team will have the next opportunity. Back deep for the Bobwhites will be Landon Underwood. Now, the SeaWolves have had two onside kicks tonight. They have recovered one, the first one. They nearly recovered the last one. So I'm sure the BFA coaching staff have had a few conversations with the kick return team. This time they will kick away as Underwood drops back, fields it at the 5. Now Underwood has a little bit of a lane, cuts here to the near side, and drives forward, and Underwood pushing down to the 35-yard line. Bobwhite crowd giving a loud cheer there for Underwood. 5:36 remaining here. Bobwhite offense on the field. Last drive, a turnover. Before that, the offense had shown some promise, driving for their first offensive touchdown of the game. If you're just tuning in, the first touchdown for BFA was by the defense. Timothy Sanders with a 60-yard fumble rumble touchdown run of 60 yards. There's a snap, handoff straight ahead to Wood, and there goes Leon Wood, who takes a big hit up high, down around the 40-41 yard line. So Wood bounces up from the big hit, but that was a nice 6-yard carry on first down. Looks like after that touchdown, it has loosened up the SeaWolf defense against the run. Because for 3.5 quarters, well, I call it 4 quarters, the BFA running game had been bottled up. Here's a snap, play action pass under pressure, just gets it away and making the catch and turning it upfield, lowering his shoulder, and still on his feet, number 26, Parker Dodlin. And now we've got a flag on the far side of the field, all the way on the far side of the field, at around the 43-yard line.
Two, that's a nice shot. I think two.
Official still talking. That was enough for the first down. And this one coming against BFA, judging by the reaction that I saw on the face from Parker Dodlin, who had the reception at first down. We'll see what the call is. A legal man downfield against the BFA offense. So they're going to say where the offensive lineman made it 3 yards downfield past the line of scrimmage on that pass play. First time we've seen that this evening. I think first time we've seen it this season. So tough call. That's going to wipe out the first down. And the nice catch and run there by Parker Dodlin. Clock will restart with 4:50 remaining. It's going to set up a second and 10 at the Bob White 35-yard line. Rathburn splits out wide to the far side of the field. Dodlin splits out wide here to the near side. Play action, calling his own number is DeRocher, and DeRocher stood up as he turned the corner, 1 yard on it. Nice play there by Andre Bouffard for the SeaWolves. Down to 4:19 remaining. Now the Bob Whites looking at a third and crucial 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 from their own 37. Time not on the side of BFA with 4:02 now. Critical third down. There's a snap. Looking downfield, steps up in the pocket, fires the ball, is caught for the first down. Nice diving grab by Deegan Rathburn. Rathburn went down and got that one in a big third down conversion for the Bob Whites. 3:45, clock stops momentarily as they move the sticks. Nose of the football now down at the SeaWolf 49-yard line. 3:35 showing on the clock. Sabrin hands off again to Liam Wood, who drives ahead, and Wood has 4, maybe 5 yards. Again, Wood finally finding some room to run in between those tackles here in the fourth quarter. Sets up, call it a 2nd and 6, down to about 3:10 remaining. Rathburn splits out wide to the far side. Droscher up under center. There's a snap. Play action pass, looking back, finds his man in the backfield, looking to turn upfield is Dodlin, and he'll have the first down. Dodlin was looking for a hit from the back of his head. So Dodlin, who had his last reception wiped out with the illegal man downfield, happy to see no yellow hankies out on that last play. It is a first down to 2:40 remaining. Ball is at the SeaWolves 36-yard line. Rathburn splits out wide. There's a snap. Handoff here to the near side. Turning the corner is Underwood, and Underwood still driving ahead. He'll have 5 yards off the second effort. Now we've got a timeout by BFA with 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. Again, this broadcast is made possible with the help of our community partners, Northwestern Rehabilitation, Handy Toyota, Novus Glass, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness. If you'd like to help support Northwest Access TV's coverage of live high school sports, have your business reach out to the staff at 802-782-8676. Again, that's 782-8676. They'll cover more than 100 games during the school year. Yes, you heard that right. Over 100 games where your logo could be seen by all of Franklin County and Vermont. So here we go. Bobwhites looking at a 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line of Burlington, South Burlington. 2 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. I believe the Bobwhites with 2 timeouts remaining. Rathburn splits out wide here to the near side. There's a snap off the quick snap, back to pass. And Droscher airs it out deep for the end zone, and incomplete pass intended for Rathburn. So Bobwhites looked to put it in the end zone there. Thought they might catch the SeaWolves napping. Clock will stop at 2:15. Looking at a 3rd and 5 at the 31. Again, Bobwhites with 2 timeouts remaining. SeaWolves with a 20-14 lead. There's a snap. Back to pass. Looking downfield. Firing it for Rathburn. High and incomplete. Rathburn made a nice turnaround, but just a little high. And Rathburn could only get maybe his pinkies on that one. So here we go. It may come down to this. 4th and 5, 2:09. Bobwhites do have 2 timeouts remaining. They don't really want to use them on defense, though. 4th and 5. Homecoming night here for the BFA Bobwhites. Looking to send the crowd home happy. Rathburn splits out wide here to the near side. There's a snap. Play action. Here he goes again. Looking, calls his own number, draws his shoulder, drives ahead, and he looks to be close to the first down, and he may be about a yard short. Needed 5, and they count him only 4, as you can see the official says, and the Bobwhites will turn it over with 2:01 remaining. 2:01 remaining.
2:01 left in the 4th quarter. Remind everybody, if you please pick up the trash around you, bring it down. You'll see some kids will be down there with trash.
As DeRocher comes up a yard short. Now, Bobwhites do have 2 timeouts remaining. Their defense has played well all evening long. Will need to come up with some stops here and use their last 2 timeouts. One would expect a heavy dose of Sam Paris and Tashawn Metz. Maybe even mixed in with a quarterback keeper from Nick Kelly. So here we go. We'll very likely doubt we'll see the ball go in the air. Paris gets the handoff, and Paris is met in the backfield. 2nd, 3rd, 4th ever. BFA trying to strip that ball loose with Cody Barrett, and Bobwhites will use their 2nd timeout with 1:52 remaining. 1:52, Bobwhites will use their 2nd timeout. Bobwhites on the road next week. They'll take on Rutland. Rutland 2-2 overall. But Bobwhites want to focus their energies here this evening. Want to get a few more stops and just provide a brief opportunity for their offense to try to make something magical happen. All right, here we go, back on the field, coming out of the timeout. SeaWolves looking at a 2nd and 9. Metz puts out wide here to the near side. Paris, there's Metz in motion, and Metz will take the handoff. No surprise, Metz has some speed, turns the corner, and has the first down and more, and there goes Metz bursting free. It's a foot race on the far side, And there on the tackle is Cody Barrett. But that first down may do it, as the SeaWolves likely will be able to run out the clock with, again, BFA having one timeout remaining. So Tashawn Metz, the big star here this evening for the SeaWolves. Bobwhites use their third and final timeout, as Metz coming up big this evening with their first touchdown. Second and third touchdown. First and third touchdown. Also punting the football. Metz had a couple of punts within the 20-yard line, including one down at the BFA 3. This one will hurt for BFA, as again on that first offensive series of the second half, where the Bobwhite defense twice thought they had left the field, but two fourth down penalties gave the SeaWolf team life. Here's a snap by the SeaWolves, and they'll hand off to Paris. Paris just right into a jersey full of Bobwhites. Down to 1:33 to go. Looking at second and about 11. With the win, the SeaWolves will jump over BFA for that 8th and final spot. And the Bobwhites will have to pick up the pieces and regroup down in Rutland, which is not an easy place to play on the round. Head coach Jeff Murray has had success in years past at Rutland. High snap, they get it down, hand off to Paris. Paris again stood up in the back. Third down with 45 seconds to go. Again, SeaWolves still snapping out of that shotgun formation. Bobwhites hoping for a bad snap. Down to 33 seconds. Third and 11. Kelly content to have this clock go down to 13, 12 seconds. Down to 8 seconds, he takes it. There's a knee with 5 seconds, and that will do it. You can see the reaction by the SeaWolves. That was a big victory for them in their program, and unfortunately for BFA and their fans, they come away empty-handed this homecoming evening. Want to thank our viewing audience for tuning in tonight. I know not the final result many of you were hoping for, but it was a good, entertaining game nonetheless. That will do it. So for Tate Brooks here at the Collins Pearly, our final score, it was the South Burlington SeaWolves 20, the BFA Bobwhites